Morning, everyone. So I'm Tim Duret from Veolia. Very interesting topic, very good example. You've showed what can be done at a local level, very inspiring. And I really like the fact that when you mention about sometimes it's just moving a waste from a place to another. When we think about waste, we obviously something that no one wants really to use, but sometimes it's just putting into contact different people. So today I'm going to talk to you about some concrete example that the company Veolia, which is a French company, also located in the UK, has achieved with the construction industry. So these projects are working in terms of activity and financially viable, which is really important, as I will explain. So I'm a biological engineer, so I thought about the definition of the waste. What is waste? And we always hear that in the nature there's no such thing as waste. Actually, there is. And one famous example is oxygen. Oxygen, which is very precious, they used to be a waste a couple of billion years ago, but released to say that something which is seen as a waste can become a resource, and that's what Veolia is trying to achieve in the world, to resource the world. And really at UK level, we're trying to implement that. So anything which we can collect, transform for another reuse, we try to apply it. But to achieve that, there are some barriers which we need to work together with different players in the industry. So why to go circular? I think it's quite clear today. I mean, with the different challenges we have is we don't really have the choice anymore. We've been through this linear system of make, use and discard, but there are some scarcity in terms of natural resources. There are some general public pressure on along with the politicians to change our production model, hence the circular economy model. To achieve that, obviously there are three reasons. As I mentioned, the scarcity of the resource. So for construction company, most of the time use material like sand, like aggregates, all these kind of things, and it's become more and more difficult to obtain these because it impacts the environment. Sorry. Second thing is about the opportunity it can give. Some key facts. World level, obviously, we're talking about a huge growth opportunity because it's new type of activity. It's the same in all the sectors, being the energy, the water, or the waste. But at UK level, it has been calculated as 29 billion, and I was very pleased to see the stand behind you, LWRB, which did this calculation at London level. So London only will be £7 billion of additional revenue in terms of new jobs. So collecting, transforming, and selling the new commodities created from waste. So how do we implement that? How do we make this happen? So Kat, you've explained some good examples. What we try to focus within Veolia, obviously, is we got the opportunity, the chance to collect nationally the material. So we're capable to aggregate large volumes of material, which means that we can do things at a very different scale. So the first thing to do is to get rid of this take, make, dispose model and try to focus on one thing which is really important. I'm an engineer, and it's about the quality. So if we want the waste to become a product to be used by someone else, we need to make sure that there is a demand for this product. And in order to obtain a demand for this product, we need to achieve the right quality. Second thing is allowing a better supply chain pricing. If you want this to be sustainable, we need this to be fair for both parties. So everyone needs to be happy about a new partnership or a new facility being created or a new collection system. No one will collect for, if it loses money for a company or for a person. The second one is developing customer partnerships. We strongly believe that in order to make this project viable, in order to duplicate this project, we need to allow some trust between different parties. And at the end, we obtain the natural balance of resource which is being restored. So here I am. I'm going to show you different examples we've achieved in the last couple of years. So this was a project of transforming waste glass into a construction glass wool insulation product. So this is a 10 years partnership we've done with Knauf Insulation, a leader in the insulation material. And we were collecting and handling more than 300,000 tons of glass. It's a huge amount, as you can imagine. I think it's about 50 trucks per day, something like that, of glass. And it was not really properly. Sometimes it was exported to other countries where it's sometimes difficult to understand and to trace what is being done. Sometimes it was going to aggregate, which is great, but really in terms of closing the loop, we found a way to partner with this company, Knauf, and we did invest. We did invest in this facility near Liverpool in St. Helens, and we now transforming 100,000 tons of glass into cullets, which is then being used to produce glass wool insulation. So both parties are very happy. It's been 2 years now the plant has been started, and we're looking at duplicating this worldwide. The second one is paints. So that's what I was discussing with you, Kav, earlier, but in the household waste recycling centers through the country, we are able to collect from the general public leftover paint pots. I'm sure all of you, when you do your DIY in the weekend or you refurbish part of your house, you don't always finish your pot of your paint pot. So we collect these, we select them. So you can see the pilot plant in the middle. But what was really key again, it was about achieving the right quality. So it took us some expertise, some expert from the industry to add the right additives at the right amount. And then we found a partner, Deluxe, to sell this paint back into the shops. So we're trying. The objective is to do 2 million liters by the end of this year of this material. So again, it's at scale. Next one is much more common, but still to be developed through the UK. I'm sure you've heard in the new waste and resource strategy, the food collection, the green waste collection to be expanded. There's still a lot of this material going into our residual waste. So just for Veolia, we got 10 sites, composting sites through the UK. It's 500,000 tons of green waste and food waste we collect, and we transform into a pit-free compost, which goes back to agricultural that we sell here. A bit of advertisement, but we sell through a website, and people from all over the UK can buy this, so they can really get the added value of their own waste and use it back in their garden. And the last one, which is work in progress, but looks very promising, is to transform the ash from energy recovery facility into an aggregate being used by the construction industry. So again, it's about understanding what quality we need to achieve, because for all these projects, as a conclusion, what we really need, the company like Veolia, we're ready to invest, and we've committed to invest about £1 billion by 2025, which will help to build new facilities, new collection system. But what we really need is some commitment from the industry in terms of making sure that the material will have a use, the recovered material will have a use, and not just for 6 months, 1 year, but as you can imagine, if we invest, we need 5, 10 years commitment with large volume to make this happen. So that was some examples from me. Thank you.